So, how's it going?
It's been a long week. It's gonna be a really long week next week. It'll be a really short but stressful week the following week. So, yeah. Okay, hold on a sec. I'm gonna transport myself.
Okay.
Sorry. I just want to lean against something. And when I lean against my rolly chair, then it doesn't properly, it just rolls away with me, and that makes me sad. Do
Guess we'll just get straight into the questions then.
you have questions
Um,
planned out this time?
Somewhat, yeah.
Okay, cool.
First question, what are your thoughts on the year in general?
Well, it's been a really crazy year. Really, really crazy year. Just the whole transferring thing has been nuts. But it's been a good year too. I think I've learned a lot and probably better off for it. Hopefully I am because yeah, I'm not transferring back or moving or anything. So, yeah.
And how was the transferring experience for you?
Really stressful. Really dang stressful. Bad life decision. Do not transfer universities in 2 months. Yeah, really bad life decision. But overall, the actual transfer process was really stressful because I had to figure out what credits I needed to get and stuff. But once I got here and things had settled down, it was a little bit better. I would say for the most part, the biggest thing was finding community here and finding people to hang out with. I really missed talking to people. That's the biggest thing I missed. Really talking, not just hey, how's it going? What's your name? What's your major? Even if you know them, saying hey, what's up, yo, and asking about their week or whatever. Really talking about stuff. I didn't really realize I missed that though until Brenna came because Brenna and I just the entire time we just talked. And it was really nice and it was relaxing, and I didn't really realize that I had missed that until then. I bet my mom did though, because I called her a heck of a lot more than I did at mine's because I didn't have Brenna or Amy to talk to or whatever. So yeah. I also really miss going to church. I go to church here and I go to Laramie Valley Church or I go to Snowy Range Church, but I really miss going to Bible fellowship, having people to hang out with. We have a great time at church. One time we even went to kids' church, we went to children's church, and then afterwards sometimes we go to Darcy's or we go to Miss Weavy's. And I really miss that. I miss having that community of other students that I could go to church with.
How do you think transferring to a different school compares to just coming in when you first came into your other school?
How does it compare coming in as a freshman, brand new fish,
Yeah.
compared to transfer student, semi new fish? I'm kind of odd because I came in mid semester, so I don't think my answer is completely accurate because I think the most accurate answer would be from a transfer student who came in the fall, along with the rest of the freshmen in the fall. But I would say it's very difficult because, for instance, the first night I was here, I thought that, well, I can just go knock on someone's door and see if they want to hang out and go to dinner. Because that's what I did freshman year. I just went to dinner with kids who lived near me until I got to know other kids. But that's not the way it works here. People gave me the weirdest looks. And I'm in a dorm that's sophomores above. No freshman can live here, so it's only older kids. And they all thought I was really weird for introducing myself and being hey, I live next to you. What up, bro? Freshman year, I made most of my friends with people who lived in my dorm. Most of the kids I ran around with freshman year and stuff lived in my dorm. However, interestingly enough, only one of my friends that has panned out to be a great friend that I suspect I'll probably keep at least through college. That's what I'm classifying great friends as, is people I will stay in touch with at least through college. Only one of them lived in Peterson Hall. Everyone else lived in other halls. But I don't know, I guess most of the kids I hung out with on a daily basis and chilled with and I wanted to go study with or whatever, they lived in my dorm. And that's not the case here. No one that well, Rachel lives in my dorm, but I didn't meet Rachel because of being in the dorm. I met her because of CV. I wouldn't really count her as that experience since I didn't meet her through the dorm. I suppose that's different. I think another thing that's different is just I don't know anyone in my department, which is really weird because granted the university is bigger here, but really the computer science department is not bigger. The engineering department, it's probably smaller than Mines because everyone at Mines is there to study engineering. Not everyone here is here to study engineering. But I would say overall, the computer science department is about the same size, maybe a little smaller. But what's interesting, well, I can't really say this for sure because I'm taking a course that's supposed to be taken your junior year spring and your senior year spring. So that's odd, but I think I just don't know anyone in my department, any students. I'm getting to know the faculty a little bit better, but it's odd because I used to like go into class with Hannah and Michael and Nathan, and we'd all hang out together and pal around together and do our homework together and study together, and like everything was together, you know? And I guess for the most part, well, Nathan, Hannah, and I all were in the same 150 class. I actually didn't meet Hannah though until like really get to know her until after fall conference. And then Nathan and Michael were roommates, so we just got to know them through that. But I guess I just knew a lot of the kids in the computer science department very well. Their 150 here is called 1010, but maybe it's because I wasn't in a 1010 class, you know, going through the ranks with people. But that's kind of disappointing. Like it makes going to class a lot less fun. It's like going to class even though you're like, oh, I have to sit there. Well, actually, I loved going to Hinker and Schrader's class, but like Pyatt's class was like my least favorite class to go to of all times. And it was still fun to go there because I could go and hang out with my friends and stuff during class. Granted, you're not talking, but like during 251, which is like a math theory course that we have to take, finite structures, Hannah and I sat together and like when class would get boring, we write on each other's like computers or notes or whatever. Like it's a different experience here because like I don't have anyone that I sit with that I can joke around with before class starts and write on their notes if I get bored. Like I have tons of smiley faces and like hearts all over my 251 notes because Hannah writes on the computer, but I write on my paper. And so she just like take one of my pens and just like write hearts all over my thing. So that binder looks very different from the rest of mine.
So looking back at the entire year, including last semester, would you say is one of the more important things you have learned, either about yourself or about life, or just the first thing that comes to mind?
Uh, hmm. Guess I've learned not to judge friends on whether or not they're going to be long lasting friends in the time, like the amount of time you spend with them. Because, like, I guess when I left Mines, I made predictions of, like, this might be bad, but who I would stay friends with and who I wouldn't. But I've been very surprised as to who I've stayed in contact with and who I haven't. I've definitely judged a few wrong, and some of those have made me very happy that I judged them wrong, and some of them have made me a little disappointed. But I guess that I would say, like, the amount of time you spend with someone is not necessarily reflective of just like how awesome your relationship is and if it's going to last. Yeah.
What's something you feel like God has showed you this last year?
I think God's really shown me his timing. Yeah, I think he's really showed me his timing and asked me to be patient with him and to be patient in what he's doing in my life. And I think that's all manifested in the fact that I'm now like officially part of a sorority, but it's taken over a year and a half for this to like become a thing. There are a lot of lessons that I learned at AOE that like I think made me a better person, and looking back on it now I'm like, yeah, they made me a better person. But it's taken like a long time to see like God's plan in all of this. And I'm glad it worked out this way. But also I'm like, well, it would have been nice if I would have known that to start with, but obviously that's not going to be a thing because I don't know, I've never heard of God just sitting down with his little roadmap and showing us. But after I was initiated last weekend, I came back and Saturday morning during quiet time, I felt like what I think could be like what God calls peace. Because I don't know if I've ever felt that before, but I felt more like I've kind of had this past week like an attitude of like, well, I just don't care. Which it's not like I just don't care and I'm not going to work anymore and I'm not going to do anything and I'm just going to stop doing everything. Like I'm still going to try my best and I'm going to do my best, but the outcome is with God and he's going to, whatever happens is going to be for my best interest. Like all he does require of me is to do my best. And like to be honest, that's the least I could do because like I'm saying a lot of likes. he died for me and stuff, so the least I can do is do my best, I guess. But yeah, I just feel like it's, yeah, I guess that's all I have to say. Never mind. There's nothing following that.
I think that might be all the questions that I have, but it seemed like there was one other one. I realized I forgot to have you introduce yourself at the beginning. But yeah, if you want to just introduce yourself for people who don't watch the last vlog, but do watch this one.
Okay, hello, my name is Amanda Eubanks. I'm an awesome human. Yeah. What else am I supposed to say? I forgot what I introduced last time.
Just any identifying information, so if I forget who you are in the accident.
Hello, my name is Amanda Eubanks. I'm a really awesome person, so if you forgot me, it'd be really sad. Currently studying at the University of Wyoming. I am studying computer science. I'm from Colorado Springs, Colorado, which is now where Christopher Oram is from, which is really cool. So link here to Christopher. Awesome face. Put his face right here. Yep, cool. I'm an awesome human. Peace out, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
Besides the advice about transferring that you already gave, do you have any advice for things for freshmen who are going to be transitioning into their second year over this summer?
Enjoy this summer, because this is probably the only summer you won't be stressed out about having an internship. Go play with puppies. Smell some sunflowers. I don't know. If you're a mines boy, pull yourself together. Yeah. Pull yourself together, get some new clothes, put a new shirt on your back, shave, and come back the next year because there'll be a lot of really cute freshman girls that'll come in, and there are very few girls at mines, and so you want to be on the hunt for a really nice, awesome girl, and yeah, they get snagged up really fast. Ask Hannah. Hop. I don't know. Is that how you say her name? Yeah. I don't know how to say her last name, but ask her. All the guys thought she was just the most cute thing on the planet, and yeah, go talk to Chaz if you have questions. He did it right. I don't know. What other advice do I have? If you're not comfortable in your own skin yet, get comfortable. Because it's only going to get worse, kid. That probably wasn't very nice. It's going to get better, kid. Don't worry. Don't worry. College gets better. If you're not using a planner yet, use a planner. Or it could even just be a sheet of paper that you write to-do lists on. Don't try to keep it all in your head because you will forget something. Trust me, you will forget something. I'm a heavy user of Google Calendar. Oh, if you're a freshman coming into mines, oh wait, never mind, this is for freshmen into sophomore year.
You can give advice for others too, because I'll have both in this video.
Well, if you're a freshman, make use of your first semester at mines and go meet Brenna Mullet. It will be the best life decision you have ever made in your entire life. She's awesome. If you don't meet her and she's there, then you're just missing out on life, bud. You really are. What
Also,
else?
this will probably be the last chance that you have because she's graduating soon.
Because she's graduating next December, so kids better get their butts together and go meet her because she's awesome. Get plugged in with something you really enjoy. That's more of a freshman tip, but yeah, do something you really enjoy because school is hard and school can be really challenging, and maybe it's something related to school, like maybe it's like blacksmithing club or something, but get involved with something outside of classes, outside of studying, outside of your study groups. Just do it because it's fun and you'll get some friends who won't let you hermit in your room all day because that's something that you could really do. You should also get study groups. Big thing. Don't try to go it alone, man. Lone fishing is not fun. Don't be a little fish trying to swim on your own. Go get, what are they called? Sea of fish? Families of fish? I don't know what they're called, but groups of fish. Go join a group, man. Go be a part of a group. Swim with other fish. It'll be worth it because school is hard and you need people that when you all fail a test, you can all cry together. That way you're not just in your room, hermiting alone, crying by yourself. Yeah. Also, if you're a freshman, try to get in Peterson Hall. It's the best hall. It'll be worth it. Trust me. Or if you do have to live somewhere else, if you're a girl, you should live in Palmerton too because Hannah's on that floor and Hannah's really cool and she can. We should take that out. Don't say that. We should definitely not publish that. If you're a girl, you should live on Palmerton too if you're not going to live in Peterson. And if you're a boy, you should live on Palmerton 5 because that's where Christopher is an RA. So, yeah. If not, though, then you should just live on Peterson 2 because Peterson 2 is really awesome. Yeah, you should really not put in that. Yeah, don't put that in. What else do I have? If you're a freshman girl, I shouldn't say that. Never mind. Just kidding. Nope.
The little thing that was telling me how long this is going disappeared. Oh, there it is. Show toolbar.
I have to go for record setting.
We don't have time for you to break last year's record, unfortunately.
Oh, bummer.
We could stay that long, I suppose, but that would mean I'd have to go to run the blood drive like this, which would not be ideal.
Oh,
because
yeah.
I still need to shower and shave and stuff.
Yeah.
Of course, I could just leave it on record and bring you to the blood drive also, and then just set you up on the desk, and you can run the blood drive.
How long was the other person's behind me? I have to at least break theirs.
Let me double check. Oh shoot, I don't have the original recording on here, do I? I can't tell you exactly because I don't have the original recording, but I think it was about an hour and a half. But let me see.
Who was that?
Brooke.
Okay.
Of
How long
course.
was Christopher's?
Like 6 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, his was by far the shortest. So yeah, after extensively editing down Brooke's interview, it came out to 40 minutes. So yeah, I'd probably say like an hour 15, maybe an hour and a half. The original probably was.
What else should I talk about?
How do you think this year was compared to last year?
How so?
Like, say, for your first year, you would describe with these adjectives, like if you were just trying to sum it up in like 1 or 2 minutes, and then this year you would describe more this way.
Okay, I suppose I would say last year consisted of like trying new things. Yeah, I guess I would sum up last year's like trying new things because I did a lot of church hopping. I joined and got kicked out of a sorority. I just took a lot of classes that I found were really interesting last year. Last year I was really excited to not have to do very many humanities. I thought it was really cool to just do all math and science. That was so cool. And so I guess this year I would describe as I would use the word mature to describe this year. Because I think I've grown up a lot this year. Like, I came to Wyoming and said, I want to become a listener and not get as, like, I don't want to lose my, like, excitement for things, but it's unnecessary to get as excited about things as I did as a freshman. And so, I think this year I just grew up a lot. Maybe even more than freshman year. I don't really know. I think I've grown up a lot both years, actually. I think just generally in college I've grown up a lot. I think this year also I feel like I've just grown up a lot this year. That's basically saying the exact same thing. Cool. I suppose there's nothing really else to say about that. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I don't really know. That wasn't a good answer to your question.
Well, I think it was a pretty good answer.
Okay.
I think that's all of the questions pretty much, unless you just want to re-answer the other couple from last year. But I don't really think that's super necessary. If people are interested, they can go watch last year's video, link in the description. Is there anything that you want to say on your way off the video?
I miss hanging out with nerds. I do. It's not something I thought that I would miss, but I really do. I miss just like geeking out over stuff. Yeah. I miss having a thermostat that I can turn down. I thought living with Amy was really hot. It's not. It's nothing in comparison. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Well, I think that's all the interview stuff. You said you had something you wanted to talk about, though? Or did that resolve itself?
I don't know. I suppose it's resolved itself. I suppose not. Okay, can we just stop it so I can actually hear you talk normal?